I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm going to do 3 videos back to back. I'm still in this beautiful hotel, and I did a video on impression management. You better go and look for it. Why people have near success syndrome. You are supposed to meet the right person, you have met the right person, the right opportunities, and you don't do well. Most times you create the wrong impression. Impressions are not tangible, they are mostly emotional and psychological. Now, I want to look at interaction management. A lot of what will happen in your life, a lot of what will turn out to be a curse or a blessing is from those you interact with and how you manage the interactions. Things don't just happen. There is the law of cause and effect. And so I've been using Ruth as a character study. Uh, Ruth, in Ruth chapter 2, uh, she prayed a prayer. Ruth was devastated, Ruth was battered, Ruth was barren, lost her husband, lost her brother-in-law, and all that. She came to Bethlehem during the barley harvest, and she had an inspiration. Remember my eyes, an inspiration to go out, but she did not go out anyhow. Remember, I've told you that intentionality should impregnate every of your activity. Then your activity will deliver the required results. The woman with the issue of blood said, if I can touch the hem of his garment. She didn't pray. She set the agenda despite the obstacles. Ruth said, let me go out into the field to the farm of the man in whom I will find favor. She declared it, and panpsychism took place. So she stepped into the farm of Boaz, who was somebody that was very rich in her husband's side. So there can be people who are supposed to help you, who you are supposed to interact with, but you have not prayed specifically that you should meet those kinds of people. You are just waiting for a man of God. You are just waiting for chance happenings. Life does not function like that. Know ye not that ye are gods? You can decree, you can create, you can speak into existence favor. So, and she came into the farm of Boaz. Now, the first interaction was the interaction of respect for constituted authority, respect for societal values, respect for organizational culture. Most times when you are entering companies, embassies, factories, you are going for interviews, there is a camera that picks you up even before you meet those going to interview you. Before you see the governor, there's a camera that picks you up. Before you see the big man of God, there's a camera that picks you up. And a lot of things can be deduced from whatever you do before you meet the benefactor. And so when Boaz came in, he said that, whose handmaiden is that? Number one, always pray for divine noticeability. Let the eyes of favor sight you. I pray you will write these things down and pray them upon yourself. Let the eyes of favor sight you. The church I came to preach now, the general overseer came to Mina for a program. I had met him before at Aba. I was just an honorary deacon, even though I was much older than him. But he had been all over the country. and very brilliant Bible expositor. And I admired him. I was driving the same kind of car with him then at that time, Datsun Laurel. And he came to Mina to do a program with me and with several other pastors. And I said, this man came to this program because of me. As God will have it, the whole program was readjusted and I spoke before him. And he noticed me and invited me to his church to come and speak. And I went there 2 or 3 times, about 10 to 15 years back, and I'm back here. And God has been faithful. So you must intentionally, the servant of Isaac intentionally prayed, let me, the girl I will tell. So you can invite the kind of people that will interact with you intentionally. So Boaz noticed her and questions were asked. Listen, people are asking questions about you. And learn this, people are observing you. The world is smaller than Bethlehem today. Bethlehem was a small community then that information flew from right, left, and center, up and down. Today, the world is like that, particularly because of social media. So you must learn to manage your interactions on social media. People are monitoring comments that you make. And people have been arrested because of the comments they made. A woman has been divorced because of the comments she made on a post that does not concern her. So then Boaz asked the foreman. The foreman said that Ruth came there and obtained permission. Don't have an entitlement mentality. Obtained permission. I have young men that will just enter my house because I mentor them. They'll just go to my refrigerator, this, that. You don't do that. You must seek permission. Don't over-assume familiarity. It will turn to stupidity. And so she obtained permission. And then the man said that she has been walking. She said, I pray thee, let me glean, verse 7 of Ruth chapter 2. I pray, let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came and had continued even from morning until now, that she tarried a little while in the house. She displayed commitment. She displayed enterprise. She displayed hard work. Just like Rebecca fetched water for 10 camels, 1,200 liters. And the Bible says that the servant of Isaac, Eliezer, was observing her. Somebody is observing you. I've said this several times. And then Boaz said unto Ruth, hearest thou not, my daughter? Go not to glean in another man's field, neither go from hence, but abide here fast by my maidens. So a level of favor came by the report of the foreman that said she has been working here since morning. She had only rested. And then Boaz said, don't go elsewhere. Stay here and work with my servants. Don't go to another place. So provision was made for her in the place of favor. Some people will do youth service. They will tell them, retain this youth service, this copper here. I remember a man whose gate man was so enterprising, will wash cars, do so many things. The man told the security firm not to post him out of his house. So he stayed there, went to school there, studied accounting or business administration, became his manager. The man married for him, built a house for him. When he transferred him to another place to manage another branch, he brought his younger brother. So by his commitment, went beyond his brief. The man that he was serving went beyond his responsibility to him. and his family and his community. Many people will want to send you a message to beg you for money, to ask you for favor. What have you contributed to my life? Do I know you? One of them that was sending me, by the time I checked him out, he was a scammer. 10 people have marked him as scammer. When people beg you anything online, just check their profiles on Truecaller. If it's a scammer, you will know. And so many people have, in this generation, you have this entitlement mentality. You want to earn what you do not deserve. You want to earn what you have not labored for. You want to occupy positions that you have not grown into. And so, in the next verse, the Bible says, let thy eyes be on the field, that they do reap, and go thou after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch thee? And when thou art athirst, go unto the vessels and drink of the water of that which the young men have drawn. So the next thing is that he provided security. Please don't touch this girl. Don't touch her. Let no young man go and play rubbish play near her. Security, because she has created value. When you create value, when you are valuable, people preserve you. The servant that the master went to meet Jesus Christ to come and pray for must have been a servant of value. A servant of value. And then he said that go and drink water that these men have fetched. So she didn't come with rope, she didn't come with buckets, but there was favor being given to her because of the interaction with the foreman, because of the interaction with other workers, and interaction with Boaz. Interaction management matters. Look at the thing that happened next. Then she fell on her face and bowed herself to the ground and said unto him, why have I found grace in thine eyes, that thou shouldest take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger? She had that favor. She bowed down, fell on her face, and spoke so kindly to the heart of Boaz, but made a scriptural injection into the heart of Boaz, seeing I am a stranger. In the Hebrew culture, strangers are supposed to be taken care of, provided for, and not be oppressed, just like the Igbo culture that I met when I went for NYC. And Boaz answered, then she fell on her face and said what I said earlier on. And Boaz answered and said unto her, it had been fully showed me all that thou hast done unto thy mother-in-law since the death of thy husband, and how thou had left thy father and thy mother and the land of thy nativity, and had come unto a people which thou knowest. Herefore, the Lord recompense thy work, and a full reward be given thee of the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust. Then she said, let me find favor in thy sight, my Lord. Is this sweet mouth? For thou hast comforted me, for thou hast spoken friendly unto thy handmaid. Thou, though I be not like unto any of thy handmaidens. You can see humility. Boaz was now prophesying upon her, bekoraing her. There is beraka and there is bekora. Okay, berakaing her. Bekora is your birthright. She doesn't have a birthright. Beraka is a pronouncement beyond your birthright with somebody who is more anointed or who is more authoritative than, who has more authority over you. And so he prayed for her and recognized the interaction Ruth had with the mother-in-law and how she has treated the mother-in-law well, how she had left her people and her gods to come and stay with the mother-in-law in a land different from her own people. There was an attack on Mumbai some years back, and there was an Indian housemaid in a Jewish center or household that carried the baby of the household, covered the baby with her body, and Pakistani militants all kind attacked India, and she covered the baby and rescued the baby. The Jewish nation, the Israeli nation, took her and the baby to Israel and made her an honorary citizen of Israel. They gave her citizenship because of her sacrifice and what she has done. You see, many people are not ready to cross gutters for you, but they want you to cross oceans for them, particularly church folks. They have this entitlement mentality. Most times, when people don't do well do well in life, it is not tragedy. It's not necessarily poverty. It is attitude. For those of you in the diaspora, you will know what I'm talking about. There are several people you have tried to help. You have brought to the UK, brought to the US, brought to Italy, brought to Germany from your family that betrayed you, that behaved stupidly. For those of you in Nigeria, there are younger ones and all that, even your own children, that you try to help that do not behave well, have wrong attitude, rude attitude. And then Boaz said unto her at mealtime, Come thou hither, and eat of the bread, and dip thy morsel in the vinegar. And she sat beside the reapers, and he reached her parched corn, and she did eat, and was sufficed, and left. That is, the favor was growing. He called her to sit with the reapers, to come and eat with them, because of her sacrifice to her mother-in-law, who is a member of Boaz's family. Sometimes you reap outside the persons you have sowed. You just get benefits outside where you have labored. Sometimes you also reap where you sow. Let's not negate that. And when she was risen to glean, Boaz commanded the young men, saying, Let her glean even among the sheaves, and reproach her not. So, another increase in favor. Let her glean even among the ones who have not harvested. Let her not eat leftovers any longer. As they were eating, he was observing her. You see, people are observing you, whether you know it or not. And let fall also some of the handfuls of purpose for her, and leave them, that she may glean them and rebuke her not. Can you imagine? He said they should deliberately drop some things down, some of the harvest down, handfuls, so that she can pick those ones. And they should not rebuke her not. Each of these statements is favor, cascading favor. Then she gleaned in the field until even, that's until the evening, and beat out that she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. You see wisdom. She labored till the evening, then have processed what she had harvested. An ephah was about 13 liters of barley. And she took it up and went into the city, and her mother-in-law saw she had gleaned, and she brought forth and gave to her that she had reserved after she was sufficed. You see this girl? She ate, she did not finish the food. She took some of them home to the mother-in-law and gave to her, and then she carried the things she had harvested and took them to the mother-in-law. Listen, I left one hotel to this place. I'm going to stay here for 3 extra days. Do you know the meals I am eating here are the meals I did not eat in the other hotel that were provided for me? And I put them in the freezer and I paid to microwave them. That's what I'm going to eat for 3 days here. Don't eat your future. Don't be gluttonous. Learn to save some portion. That was how I took care of my family when I started ministry, when my finances were down. I learned to be extremely frugal, preserve food, and take to my family. Remember where you are. Remember who you left at home. Don't live as a big boy. Don't live as a big girl when you are from a poor family. If you are living in the diaspora, America is not your home. It was not built by you, even if you have citizenship. Remember where you come from. You can lose that citizenship. Remember the wife you have at home, the children you have at home, the parents you left at home. Try as much as possible to be frugal and practice delayed gratification. The time is coming when you can have all. Even today now, to eat is a problem. To eat is a problem because what am I eating for? I want to maintain this body weight that I've had over years. I've not added more than 10 kilograms in about 40 years. I've remained virtually the same because I regulate my eating. And then she took it and went. And her mother-in-law said unto her, when hast thou gleaned today? And she told him where she had gleaned, and that she showed her mother-in-law the results of her staying there. And Naomi said unto her daughter-in-law, blessed be he of the Lord, who had not left off his kindness to the living and to the dead. And Naomi said unto her, the man is near of kin unto us, one of our next kinsmen. You see? So, then Ruth the Moabitess said, he said unto me also, thou shalt keep fast by my young men until they have ended all the harvest. Here was Ruth that did not plant, Naomi that did not plant, but proper interaction management right from Moab into the farm in the midst of hardship. Don't let hardship remove character from your head. Don't let hardship turn you to an animal. Don't let hardship make you desperate. And Boaz told her she should stay there until the harvest is over. And now Ruth harvested until barley harvest was over and went into wheat harvest. Progressive level of favor. You manage one level of interaction well, you get more favor. You manage the next one well, you get more favor. What level are you now and what are you managing? How are you managing your interaction? You need to say, God, help me to learn interaction management, to learn to have the right impressions in the mind of my benefactor. And so, Ruth chapter 3, verse 3, starting from verse 1, then Naomi, Naomi has been benefiting from Ruth since they came by Ruth's interaction with Boaz's foreman and Boaz, and now her own interaction with her mother-in-law. Then Naomi said to her mother-in-law said unto her, my daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? Can you imagine? Ruth has been a benefactor to Naomi, a source of strength to Naomi, a sense of company to Naomi. And Naomi was now indebted to Ruth in her mind, and said that, let me find a place for you to settle down. You see, you don't just bash on people. I need this. This one happened in my family. The other one happened there. This one did this one. My mother swallowed the bucket. My father swallowed the needle. No. How have you interacted with the person before? Have you managed your interaction, or you're always coming when there is a problem, when there is a demand? And now it's not Boaz or kindred, whose maidens you have been with. Behold, he winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Bethlehem is like the internet. Information flies. There are applications, there are things all over the place, AI, and Naomi heard, that Boaz was threshing wheat in his floor that night and informed, what is her name now, Ruth, that she should go. And then Naomi instructed Ruth what to do. Wash, perfume yourself. I did a video on impression management, why people have near success syndrome. Remember, I said in that video how Joseph prepared himself to meet Pharaoh. And she went down to the threshing floor, did according to all her mother-in-law had instructed her. Instruction. When you interact with people, instructions you get from them. And then let me go to verse 10. The video is getting long, but it's a lecture, it's not a TikTok. Verse 9. And he said, who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thy handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thy handmaid, for thou art the next near kinsman. This is the first time I read in the Bible where a woman went to propose marriage to a man. Sometimes you need to break the rules. Sometimes. She went to propose marriage to a man. And he said, blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter, for thou hast showed me kindness. Showed more kindness in the later end than at the beginning. Inasmuch as thou followest not young men, whether poor or rich. Somebody say integrity, reputation. I had to go and Google integrity with AI. Integrity, being truthful, being real in and out, when noticed or not noticed. And integrity builds relationships. Integrity brings favor. I intentionally wrote a check over what I was supposed to write, gave to my one of my managers. And he said, no, Oga, you have written more than what I'm supposed to get. And I tried him again. Today, from the proceeds of my relationship with him, he's building a hotel. And I don't care. I'm happy he is doing that. He told somebody that instead of death to kill me, to kill my Oga, Dr. Apoki, make death kill me. Because I know he will train my children. He will take care of my family. So I have tested him. I don't get bothered. Remember, Jacob, who was a trickster, by the time he got to Laban's house, he could say categorically that none of your animals was missing. The ones that died, I replaced. Remember, Joseph had integrity in Potiphar's house, and so he had increased favor. Even in the prison, he had performance, integrity, enterprise, and they allowed him to have more freedom, and he prospered in prison. Remember that even in the palace, he had integrity. So integrity is one thing that is absent today among Nigerians from the top to the bottom. We want to get what we do not deserve. We want to get it by crook. We want to get certificates we do not earn. We want to enter positions by bribing judiciary, bribing all kinds of stupid human beings. And that's the bane of this country. That's why this country has not moved forward. Integrity. He was aware of her integrity. When I see young girls on TikTok playing stupid roles with boys, tapping current, doing that, I wonder, do you know that one day you want to get married and a man will go and check the things that you posted online? The internet is like social media, is like Bethlehem, Pastors that have grown congregations over the years are displaying lack of integrity by trying to falsify miracles, share stupid testimonies that cause shame to the body of Christ. They want to make money off the people by distorting doctrines. Boy. And you find out that they resort to the police, the army, and whatever to intimidate people, DSS, EFCC to intimidate people, because they lack integrity. They lack the nature of Christ. Then you see some of their confused followers. They say they are defenders of the generals. Which war did they fight? What battles did they win? Were they real battles? Let me tell you, I was listening to somebody said that Peter took Jesus aside and rebuked Jesus. Can you do that to your GO? Can you do that and not end up in jail for cyberbullying and cyber stalking? We don't have the character of Christ. We don't have the nature of Christ. And so, know it. You don't have the nature of Christ. Your GO does not have the nature of Christ. That's why you're using police to pursue people, DSS to pursue people, AFCC to harass you. You don't have the nature of Christ. Now, if it is that you responded, fine. You can condemn any tongue that rises against you. And then you will do all kinds of religious rituals. Say, this is the kind of fast that I need, setting all captives free, prisoners free. So, and then he said, and now my daughter, fear not. I will do to thee all that thou requirest, for all the city of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman. Can you imagine? The whole city knows that she is a virtuous woman. Integrity, reputation, brand building, interaction management. Remember this, somebody is observing you. And it will determine what you can get from society, what society can give to you. Integrity. You are not smarter than every person. You can win sometimes. You can't win all the time. Particularly we who call ourselves Christians. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a webinar coming up on which day I can't remember. A week from now, and start creating wealth through cooperatives. Want to share with you how with integrity, interaction, you can collectively create wealth. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. Remember to subscribe to this channel. This is a good school, man. Subscribe to this channel. Share these videos with members of your household. Share them on your platforms. Share them with your church members. And then I have a YouTube Shorts, another channel, YouTube, Dr. Charles Apoki's Shorts. Go there and you will see videos, short videos. And then we'll have the Spotify and YouTube music and the premieres that we post here. They are audio you can listen to while you walk and while you drive. And then we have books online for sale. Everything you need to know, contact +234 80 21 21 92 62. It includes booking appointments for counseling. People from all over the world, Australia, United States, UK, China, Italy, Spain, Canada, they book appointments, paid appointments, and we cancel them. And I'm always amazed they will tell me it was worth it. God bless you. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki.